We'll see, it's recording now, mate.
Hi, what's happening?
What's happening, mate? It's been, one or two games since the last time we talked.
There's been 2 Rangers games since we last spoke.
Fucking 2 Rangers games, and
One positive, one negative, but we'll obviously go into that.
we'll get into that, mate. So, how you doing, mate? You doing alright?
I'm doing good. Yourself?
Aye, mate, I'm class, mate, I'm class. So, Rangers, St Johnstone,
Last Wednesday,
did you watch it?
I watch the game?
Aye, I couldn't watch it, mate. I was trying to fucking get on that mad, dodgy fucking website.
He's go.
Aye.
Not even getting his money to Rangers TV with 6 man or
Well, listen, look, I've only got $12.50 in my bank. You know this, alright? So, I didn't really see much. I just know St Johnstone were dirty fucking cunts as usual.
Nah, dirty bastards, but doesn't take away from the Rangers' performance. Really good. Obviously, if the Livingston game has happened in between then, it's a bit of a different story, but the St Johnstone game, I was impressed with Barisic for one. I thought he was probably maybe one of his best games in a Rangers shirt, honestly.
Really?
Assist, the goal.
Well, the goal was a nice goal. I'll give him
Great
that.
free kick. It was a bit nervy for the first sort of 10-15 minutes because obviously we're at home. We're needing to win every game.
I need to win every game,
So
man.
the fans are getting restless a bit if the goal's not going in the first 5-10 minutes. But I think it was about 15 minutes anyway. We scored that free kick, scored the one before half time and all, which was a good team goal. I thought Ken finished it well, and 3-0 just in the start of the second half. But
And I only really seen the I seen the goal, seen the free kick and that. I heard about the tackle on Kemar Roof and all. Should have been a
his
red.
first 10 minutes in Scottish football and all.
Aye.
Aye.
Welcome to Scotland, innit? Fucking Booth, there's a fucking tackle for you. But Jack, let's go on it. Let's not dwell on it. Livingston away. It was
Honestly, the most frustrating game of football I've ever
Aye.
fucking watched in my life.
I've got to say one thing first, right? I've got to credit Livingston and say they did their homework, they did their job right. But at the end of the day,
It is what you expect for Livingston.
No, it is
You're
what you
expecting it to just have every single man behind the ball, and then maybe sort of catch you in a counter. But they didn't really affect Rangers at all. Like, that was the problem. We had the majority of the ball the full game, but we just couldn't do anything with it. And that's all comes down to last season and the season before that as well, where teams like Livingston and St Mirren and all that away from home just sit in, and we've still not got what we need to break them down yet. I don't understand what else we need.
Well,
we've really missed Aribo.
We missed you.
But we can't be relying on, as we did last season with Alfredo Morelos, and then he gets injured. We've got Defoe or whatever, and then Kimberry was in that. We can't be relying on one player for each position. There needs to be a like-for-like replacement that's good enough to just step in when Aribo's not fit, or vice versa.
But for me, I would say when I was watching it, I thought first half, obviously, I thought, right, okay, fair enough for a first half.
It's good. What I would expect.
It was what I expect. I thought Ryan Jack was playing some lovely balls, I must say.
I was
just the way he was dominant.
Impressed with Ryan Jack, honestly.
I was that game I was impressed with him, even though we hanged, but second half I was thinking to myself, I'm like, this is get Roof getting the winner all over it. And then
it would have been a great story, obviously.
It would have been. I just thought, and then the other boy came on and all. He had a fucking chance to do it where the fucking ball came in. He fucking slid into it.
He came in. He had 3 strikers on the park, or 2 or 3 strikers on the park.
Fucking 2 strikers, and he can't score a goal, man. Fuck's sake.
The problem I noticed with that was you've got Morelos on the pitch, obviously for the start. You're playing high balls to him. And they've got 2 big defenders, and then they've got whoever else in the box.
Exactly.
Morelos has never won any balls.
No.
And then you bring on Itten, who's 6'4", striker, and you stop playing the balls. I don't understand what the thought process was. Like, because you've got a bigger target man in the box now, and you're not utilising his strengths. It's just.
I've got to say, Hingley was quite frustrating for me in that game as well. I thought Kamara was a bit frustrating for me. It looked like he didn't know what the fuck he was to do with the ball.
It's the problem with the midfield. See, when Aribo's not playing, we've got too much flatness in the midfield. Aribo's that one that can go forward and create, but when you look at that midfield, you've got Arfield who's past it, in my opinion, and Kamara and Jack who aren't looking to make a forward pass to save himself.
No, that's what I said.
So
I did say, I said the likes of Stephen Davis and Arfield, that for me are past it. I think Arfield's been, when he came up and all that, obviously, I think he's been a good enough player on that, but
he has been a great player for Rangers. I think he's just
not to, but I don't think so, mate. Obviously he has, but I just, like, that game is incredibly fun, because Ryan Kent was trying to do something, I felt, but he had nobody else around him. It was actually, like, fucking, I don't know whether they were, like, arsed, if they could be bored or whatever.
It's a thing.
Like, there was times where Kemar Roof, as I said, was in the box, and he was calling for the ball, and fucking Glenn Kamara's no giving him the ball. He's just, I don't know if that's because he's new,
the same, he's dilly-dallying all the time. Like, my problem with these kind of games, and we've had a decent start to the season, I would say, in terms of the opponents we're playing. Aberdeen was the one that I thought at the very start of the season this could be a tricky game, but for then on I'm like, right, we'll take care of each of these teams we've done bar Livingston. And my problem with that is, why does Steven Gerrard play Ryan Jack and Glenn Kamara as holding midfielders when we don't need to?
When we don't need to.
We need
exactly.
more going forward. And he always plays Kamara and Jack together, and I just don't understand why or what they offer going forward. Even Arfield, there's not much you could do, obviously, with Aribo being out, but why not move Haji in? Why not try someone else out?
Try something new, try something different. That's what I'm on about with Gerrard. It's the same.
It's a bit like he just tries to shoehorn players into suit his sort of way, whereas Arfield isn't going to do the exact same what Joe Aribo will do if you go forward.
Exactly, but that's what I'm on about, where it's the same as I said with Mark Warburton, where you could go, I can name his starting 11, I can name what's going to happen, like you can say what's going to happen throughout the game, you know what I mean? And I don't want that, as I said.
And then if we as fans can...
we can fucking go on.
So Livingston's manager's just going to do the exact same as us.
Exactly.
So.
And that's what I'm on about. You. This is a topic that you wanted to discuss and you want to really focus on today's podcast, is the midfield of Rangers, and the fact that it just seems to be filled with pensioners. I think, obviously Ryan Jack, I won't slag my man Ryan Jack because he is a baller, I feel. And Glenn Kamara, and it doesn't seem like there's any real creativity. It just seems like there's...
So you go through the midfield, who have we actually got? Davis, Arfield, Haji, not even really playing.
That's what I'm on about. Why does he not play Haji more of the central position? You know what I mean? Like,
it's because he plays a flat 4-3-3, or he doesn't even say he plays a 4-3-3. He says Kent and Haji both play as wide number 10s, so they aren't really wingers. I don't really get that.
I don't get it.
But Kent is a winger. Haji's not.
Haji is
it seems like they're trying to fit into one of their strengths, but it doesn't fit Haji. So I think he should be going into the middle of the park. What harm can it do to actually try that?
Well, that's what I'm on about. It's the same all the time. I don't want you to keep going fucking down both ends of the fucking box, man. Fucking some cunt drive into the middle, you know what I mean? Have a shot, have a dig.
I think I seen maybe once or twice in that game where two people drove through the middle of the park, and it was Hollander and Goldson. So what does that say for you?
Exactly, what the fuck does that tell you? That's what I'm on about. I really am sometimes worried in terms of, like, because Gerrard has had, you can't say Gerrard's not had time or money, you know what I mean? He's had both, and we still don't have that kind of midfielder, you know what I mean?
No.
Or maybe he needs to change the system, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he needs to change the system, because it clearly... It's alright, I don't know, we've had a positive start to the season, but then we get games like this, and it's frustrating where...
It just sets you back that 3 games already.
Exactly, because Celtic aren't playing because of obviously what happened with breaking the COVID rules and things like that, and it's a real chance to go above and beyond and push forward.
And it seems that when the team are given a sniff of pressure or success that could happen in the season, they just absolutely shit themselves. And that's also been a recurrent problem since Gerrard's took over as well. When pressure gets put on the team, man, they just collapse.
That's what
I wouldn't say so early into the season that's what's going to happen.
No.
But my problem is...
It's games like this you need to win if you want to win the league.
The games like this, you could say for a couple of seasons, a point at Livingston, the way they defended, it's a good result. But this season, that's not an option.
No, that's not an option. That's what I'm on about. That's where the other kind of games, you need to be going there, you need to be scoring 3, 4, 5.
Well, you look at Hibs beat them 4-1.
Exactly. So how the fuck can Rangers not go there and put in a fucking top performance and get at least a couple of goals?
And to me, that's all down to, I think Aribo is a vital player this season.
I think he definitely will be. I think
with the loss of him didn't help. I think with his trickery, sort of creative play in the midfield could have done a lot. But
But it's saying that, mate.
We had Scott Arfield, so...
No, I know we've got Scott Arfield, but this is what I'm saying. Rebo's a key thing, he's a key part there, but yeah, again, it's the same with Morelos or something would get an injury. You know what I mean? You can't rely on the one thing. That's what I'm on about. Winning teams, successful teams. Obviously, they have that one player that's vital, important, but at the end of the day, they play as a team, they play as a unit. You know what I mean?
Exactly, they've got a squad.
Exactly, it's a squad. It's the togetherness. It just seems like with Rangers, you know, as you say, that any chance they're given of getting success or anything like that, they just want to fuck it up. You know what I mean? And then they go into this whole fucking, oh, we're sorry, this and that. Like, no, you fucking arseholes, fucking pick yourselves up. You should be going to Livingston and you should be rattling them, you know what I mean?
Especially with how good we were playing, I thought, we'll take a couple off Livingston here and we'll be alright. But it's just, if in minute one, seeing that game starts at Livingston, you're like, I know exactly the road this is going.
Exactly.
And that happens far too much as well.
But that's what we're saying. That's what you're saying there. Like, if we fucking sense that, then surely
all these managers
somebody can fucking go here. Listen, look, start going a bit more, take shots, because that keeper, obviously Barisic was unlucky with that free kick. That was.
I mean, any other day that would have probably went in. We wouldn't be having this conversation.
I thought the keeper was fucking. I thought the keeper gave himself like a Peter Cech here, fucking smacking his head off the post when he hanged.
Yeah, no, it was a great save. But last sort of 10 minutes, Ryan Kent really did try to fucking unlock the defence and try everything.
No, he does. I think
get a goal. So
I think he's one of the players for me that, when he was doing what he was doing and then it's not paying off, it seems like he puts too much pressure on himself sometimes. I feel Kent like.
I think he takes the game to himself. Like, I need to make this happen.
But that's what I'm on about. He's taking the responsibility. Well, they've made me a big fucking marquee signing. I need to fucking.
And I think that has actually dwelled on him for a while since we made that signing.
It has. Hadji, okay, you would like a bit more for him, but can we play him in a fucking position where he can do what he's good at? You know what I mean?
Because he's not a guy filled with pace. He's not a guy really beating men. Tavernier for right back.
Beating men? Well, that's a bit
beating men down the wing, and Tavernier, who also does overlap, and he has got pace to get by, but
I think he's starting to lose his pace, by the way. I think Tav's starting to lose his pace, by the way. Seeing that game, it's quite worrying, because usually runs that he usually could make, he just looked like he couldn't be fucked, man. I was like, he's losing his pace a bit here, I feel.
But just scunnered me that full game. Like, personally, I'm like...
Well, speaking of midfielders, Jack, Rangers have lost two midfielders.
Two midfielders away, aye.
Obviously, Hull City have signed young Graham Dorns. Or Docherty, innit? I don't know, mate. Fucking son was in my...
You're living in 20.
I'm on, mate. I'm living in 20 fucking wherever.
Aye, Greg Docherty.
Aye, I fucking... Kilmarnock, mate. Remember him? No, I'm not joking. Aye, they've signed him. Which is...
400 grand or something like that.
400 grand. Fuck's sake. Which is, for me, it's a bit I don't know, I want to say a missed opportunity, mate, because obviously he went out and won Hibs and he was fucking scoring, he was assisting, and you think yourself...
I'd say missed opportunity is a good way to put it, because it's not as if it's like a massive loss, or you're gutted about him going or that.
But it's just a missed opportunity, I feel. It's a chance.
I think it could be. I think it could have been a guy, for Gerrard came in, obviously he's had his, whatever, he's the manager, so he makes the decision on the player, but seems like he's not really done enough for him to really show through into a team. I think we've seen him like once or twice for Gerrard's took over, so there was that problem. He's been out on loan twice
and he made it. Did not make it
out in these loans. He has done well.
Exactly, that's what I'm on about. He's done well out on loan, and that's what I'm saying. Like especially last season, where we were struggling yet again in the middle of the part, and he goes out on loan and he's, as I say, banging them in. He's you know what I mean. He's winning man of the match and all that. I don't know, I just think it's a bit of a missed opportunity with him, but I wish him...
He could come on to be a good player, but I wish him well. Hopefully he gets the game time he needs.
No, I could see him signing for a mid-table, maybe like a Derby County maybe next season or something, like that kind of championship team, I don't know.
He has all it takes to be a good player, I think. I really thought like he could have, not saying been good enough to be in this midfield currently, but what's the harm in giving the guy a chance?
That's what I was saying as well. And then obviously, what's the story?
What's the story, Ross McCrory also?
You fucking idiot, what the fuck are you going up to there for?
The scum?
Way up to there, way up to the scum, eh? Way up to the shoot shaggers.
Weird transfer,
and I've got to say he's obviously he claimed, well, he is obviously, he says he's a lifelong Hingway Ranger. His message to the fans like a goodbye and all that was fucking bollocks, man.
Nah, it's just sort of like, whatever.
Fuck these, I'm away to play fucking up here. Obviously, he didn't really was a big player for obviously Graham Murty.
Aye.
Graham Murty, sort of that regime, Peter Cashinha, and
even in the first season Gerrard took
exactly,
over, he was there, played
future
that Old
captain
Firm game.
Patter.
So you wonder what actually has
what
happened.
What has happened with him to make, like, you obviously...
And not even just a loan deal, it's a loan deal for this season then
permanent.
But like, what's caused Gerrard to suddenly make up his mind that he's not good enough after saying all these things about him? As the players come in that are better than him, I wouldn't say so.
No.
Is he not been good enough out on loan? I don't watch Portsmouth, so I can't give you that answer.
No, but out in Portsmouth, I think he's been played out of position a couple of times. I think he's been played at like full back, centre back, and well, obviously those are positions that he can play and things like that. But he's more of a defensive mid, isn't he?
I would say he's more of a defensive midfielder rather
just in front of
than
that defence. But yeah, again, I think that's another one where it's I don't know what it is. Maybe Gerrard's not being impressed with his attitude off the park, maybe, or it's maybe his attitude of not getting game time. I don't know.
Maybe he's got a couple of midfielders lined up. I'd like to hope so.
No, this is what I'm on about. Who the fuck are we linked with now? Because I remember we were linked with that friend, the boy from France.
Zungu,
how the fuck do you ever say that? I'm struggling to say every cunt's name.
But apparently he was overweight or something, so he failed his medical.
He's overweight? Morelos is fucking overweight, how's he still?
Aye.
No, I'm only joking.
So I don't know about that one, but that's off as of now, so it could change, but I've not even heard any transfers and links, rumours, nothing about any midfielders or really about anybody coming into the club this full week.
I mean, well, Jack, if Rangers said to you, look, Jack, mate, fucking Montagues is a hand sign a midfielder. Who's a midfielder that you'd go and sign if you're Rangers right now? Who's a midfielder that you would think right now? He's good enough to come into this team and create something.
Well, there's a couple for the Scottish Prem. Well, off the top of my head, we've been linked with Lewis Ferguson a lot. I think he is the more realistic sign of the two I'm going to mention, but I think it's inevitable he'll play Rangers one day. So why not let it be this season?
Could have used him in like a swap thing with McCrory, couldn't you?
That could have
McCrory and like money for him or something.
So maybe we'll get a deal done for him, because there's obviously till October. There's still plenty of way to go. So him, I'd like him. Box to box is what he is.
Well.
So I really do think we need a player like that. But my other one was David Turnbull from Motherwell. But then I think he's eyes set on Celtic. I think he's a great player. But if Rangers could hijack that deal in any way, but I don't know if that's...
But what they did with the Scott Hingley deal, didn't they, with Hibs?
Scott Allen. But if that was an option, I would take him in a heartbeat. I think he's a great player. He's only going to develop into an even better one. So I think if Celtic get him, even he'll be a great... Just as I say, I just think he looks like a Celtic player. You know what I mean? He's just a Celtic player written all over him. You know what I mean? Maybe that is, because he was near enough signing until he failed his medical last year. So that's the two out of the Scottish Premier League. But I would like to see.
Who's the unrealistic ones, or some people would say?
Unrealistic. You've obviously got your Premier League loanees and that kind of thing. I've seen more linked.
I'm not taking any more boys from Liverpool's academy, I'm sorry.
I've seen more linked a while back. Matt Lundstrom from Sheffield United. I've not seen much of him, but I'm pretty sure he was playing for Sheffield United last.
What about that boy from Liverpool? That fucking was it on loan at Hertha Berlin. What's up with that cunt?
Who's that?
Mad Slovenian guy.
Oh, Marko Grujic or something like that.
Aye, what's that?
I think I don't know if he's going to leave Liverpool or that.
Obviously, he's not a creative midfielder, and like he's more of a fucking.
More of a central mid.
Aye.
I don't know really what's the script behind him at Liverpool. He'd either get offloaded or loaned out again, I would say.
I genuinely, honestly, I'm still going to think you got players that, you know what I mean, like realistically or anything like that Rangers could think. I think Ferguson for Aberdeen is probably the most thingy one, and that's why I'm saying, well, fucking there's money, there's Ross McCrory, he's a cunt over. So
we've done name a deal, so surely that Rangers will be banging their ear saying that kind of thing if Gerrard wants him, and I do quite rate him actually.
No, I rate him as well, mate. I think he is a good thing, mate. I remember when we were linked with Ryan Jack, obviously, at the time when it was a cup game against Celtic, but I remember watching that game and he really impressed me in that game, I must say. But
I think that was maybe because I don't watch Aberdeen.
No cunt
when they play Rangers, but I watched him in that final. He was good.
No, I'd say.
I think Ryan Jack still has to do more for me.
No, I think he does it all, mate. I think he does. I think he's not a big enough character. Sometimes I feel on the, you know what I mean, like his presence on the part in the midfield. Sometimes I feel he's a bit like he just goes not he goes missing, but it's like, oh, there's Ryan Jack. It's not just, you know, I don't know, man.
No, I think I really don't know what it is with him. He was good last season. He won Player of the Season, obviously, for Rangers. So
obviously,
he was good last season. But
don't get me wrong, I'm not slack. Obviously, it's early doors, mate.
He's coming up against a lot of criticism after that game against Livingston. A lot on Twitter, just about. He's just always looking to play behind rather than play forward. And that's just a constant problem with me. Like,
went forward in the first half, isn't it? I'm pretty sure he was fucking lining balls in the first half to Barisic.
But he's still not looking to make that killer pass forward.
Right, cool.
Try and create anything. He's playing the safe ball, which in time is a good thing to do. It's a safe ball, but
sometimes you need to take the risk.
You need to take the risk, but he seems to be just always going back to the keeper, out to the wing, back. It's just sort of a triangle effect. He's going out to wings, defenseman, and out the other wing. It's a problem.
It's probably the biggest problem Rangers have right now is, I mean, defensively, I'd say every other position, apart for the middle of the park, man, I think we're solid.
Because there was a stat, obviously, I told you about, and defenders were spent 10 million. Attackers were spent about 10 million, and then on our midfielders were spent 350,000, which
it's a bit weird.
It highlighted to me that there's just need for investment in that area of the pitch.
Definitely. So, big game. I think it is big game at the weekend.
Every game huge.
Every game is huge, Jack. But
Kilmarnock,
I'm expecting
off a defeat. I think they get beat 2-1 off St Johnstone.
Didn't?
I think St Johnstone scored in the 94th minute or something like that. But then the game before that obviously was a Celtic. The draw, they played quite well.
But Kilmarnock, and it's a game for me where I'm hoping to see a motivated Rangers. To be honest, I'm hoping to see Rangers to come out and prove us wrong.
Exactly.
Fucking prove us wrong.
I want them to prove me wrong.
Go out there and fucking put a great performance on. You know what I mean? Because that's all I want for them, man. It's just to fucking play as a unit, play as a team. You know what I mean? Like, let's try and create something, lads. Let's start hitting shots for fucking outside the box. You know what I mean? When there's a fucking go for that killer pass when the player's in the right position.
Let's start working through the middle. All these things I would love to see for a Rangers team. It is possible with the players we've got, but it just seems like we're not really using it to the full effect we could.
No.
And, against Kilmarnock at home, obviously we are at home this time, but they're just going to again sit back and play in the counter. We're going to need to find a way again.
Exactly.
To get through that.
And this, I think they could give us a real good game actually. Kilmarnock, I think. Well, I don't know. There's something about that sort of fucking that team really for me. Like they were fucking hanging with Celtic, weren't they? They fucking gave Celtic a great good goal. You know what I mean? They always give us a right good goal when we go away to them as well. So.
Away to Kilmarnock's a hard game for them.
Especially with that fucking park. They need to get the Astro fucking parks out of this fucking league, man. That's what embarrasses this fucking league.
That was also part of the problem.
No, that's what
I'm
was
not
saying
taking
as well.
it off any of the players of that.
No, that park is fucking. I couldn't. You know what I mean? Fuck that, man. You're a professional footballer playing in a league. You know what I mean? A professional league. You're fucking playing on AstroTurf or whatever. You know what I mean?
As a discussion for the full, I'm pretty sure every team in the Scottish Premiership with
it
has to be gone.
Because I remember Gerrard hanging on all the fuck. He's like, what the fuck are these kind of parks doing in fucking? You know what I mean? The professional game up here. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There should be like some sort of rule that says you'll need to have a grass park to play in the top league of Scotland. Like, just embarrasses the top flight.
Either when you get to the top flight, fucking get your park done up. Fucking Livingston are sponsored by Nike on their fucking shirt.
Mm-hmm.
How can the cunts not have enough money to fucking hang with their park?
Honestly, they've just received 2 million for London Dykes.
Exactly.
So we'll see whether that goes.
And fucking who's ours? Fucking Castro or something?
Castro.
Whatever the fuck they're called. Fucking it should be us that are fucking hang with Nike.
Nah, but that was another problem. Taking obviously through the previous points of the Livingston game, the park does play an issue for every team when they play against Livingston.
No, definitely when you play in those kind of teams, it's definitely an issue, man. It's definitely, you can't not say it is.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to get your score prediction here, Jack. What do you think Rangers are going to turn up? Do you think Rangers are going to be fucking motivated? Because I hope they should be, man. They should
be motivated.
They should be motivated to go, no, look, fucking that performance, let's fucking go out there and show everyone, all the fans that fucking, look, we're about it, man. We want to win this title this season more than anything, you know what I mean?
And there's no sort of thing as like, a plastic pitch to take away from them. They're at home. They should win.
Beautiful park. Beautiful. Top quality.
For another 2 or 3. We need to keep piling on these goals.
Oh, we need to. That's how Celtic thing me all the time as well, mate. They fucking always pop the ball in the net, you know what I mean? They're always the killer instinct going forward.
So we need to find a way to do that. Obviously, it's, as we said, a hard team to break down and Kilmarnock again, but I'm sure at home we should put in a performance. I
hope so. I really hope so. I hope Roof can come on and obviously.
I think he might even start.
Do you think he'll start?
My personal. I'll go through my 1 to 11 and you can do yours. So McLaughlin will start again.
Aye. I don't think he changed it. I don't think he changed the keeper or the defence.
I think maybe only Balogun would come in if he's fit.
Aye, Balogun if he's fit. Aye, because
staying with the defence as I
change.
I think there's not much you can even do with the midfield. Like honestly, it's just I can imagine the dilemma on Steven Gerrard's head with this because I can't even really pick a stand-out midfield.
Do I play the pensioners or do I play fucking?
What I would like it to be, if you one sitting, I would have Ryan Jack, and then I would have Joe Aribo. I would also have, I think maybe Stephen Davis will come in because he didn't play. I wouldn't personally play him, but
Jack, don't kill me like that. Don't fucking kill me like that. I don't want Davis playing.
But I'd like to have maybe.
Is Aribo not fit yet? No.
I'd hope he is. I would start him if he is.
Shoot him up with something. Inject him with something.
I think Haji, if he plays, has to play behind the strikers, and I think we might try 2 up top. I think Morelos will start with either Roof or Itten.
I think he's more likely going to be it, and I think Roof's still a bit hanging with his fitness and all that. But I'm telling you,
you need to see these 2 players for the start at some point. So I think, why not?
Well, I think the thing with Roof is it's also his fitness levels when he's singing for the club at his full pedigree peak.
So.
But definitely when the ball when he gets to kick more of the ball and things like that, you'll see Roof's quality definitely. I mean, I don't think I'd play Davis, mate. I think real changes. I don't know. I just think Kamara's going to probably play again. I think that's what I'm on about. It's going to be like the same fucking team, and you're like, well, that shows your ambition, you mad cunt. You know what I mean? You're not even going to play 2 up top. Try it. Try and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then alright, cool.
If there's any time for him to really make a change to the formation, it is after a bad result. That's the way I would do it. Because these players are putting in subpar performances like Kamara and that, and they're just like, I'll be playing next week anyway. But
exactly, that's what I'm on about. You're not fucking keeping them on their toes. That's what I thought Ross McCrory and all that were for. I thought they were there to keep them on their fucking toes, but they clearly weren't, you know what I mean? They were just there to, at the end of the day, collect the fucking paycheck, you know what I mean? And look good on their Instagram, you know what I mean? But somebody else that might be moving on, Jack, that's a good segue there. Apparently Dundee are interested in one Jamie Murphy.
Jamie Murphy, aye.
Jamie Murphy he's been plagued by injuries obviously his time at Rangers.
Also on a plastic park.
Exactly, on fucking
that
parks.
Sad to see because that killed his Rangers career probably, that injury.
Definitely.
I think if he was still fit for that game onwards, he'd still be in and about the squad.
I think I rate him as well. I think he's got some.
Can play in the wings, can play up front.
That's what I was about to say.
But I think it's maybe time for Jamie Murphy.
I would say so as well, mate. I think he's, as you say, it was that Kilmarnock injury that really fucking fucked him up.
And it's a shame.
It is a shame because I generally, as we said there, I think he does have quality. He's a quality player in any team. If Dundee get him, I think that's a big signing for him. I think that's a real good.
Yeah, it could be a good sign. I think obviously he'd be on loan for Rangers, so he wouldn't play against Rangers.
I think I'll tell you that personally, it's on loan.
It's the same with Ross McCrory, a loan deal. So it's smart for Rangers in doing that, so they can't play against. I tell you what else would be smart for Rangers, buying a fucking midfielder. That'd be smart and all. That'd be really smart. But what's your score prediction then for that Kilmarnock game? 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
Aye.
You'd love to see it. I
think we'll keep a clean sheet again, but the problem isn't in defence, surprisingly, this season.
It's not, man. It's not defensively at all. I'm the same. I think I'll go for a 2-0 maybe.
I think we're fine at the back. It's just we need to score goals now.
Goals, Jack. That's Rangers' problem. Just scoring goals. Defensively, as you say, I think they're tremendous defensively so far this season. I think.
We've not really been hit with a lot yet.
No,
but aye, for what we've had to deal with, it's been fine. McLaughlin coming in, starting, I think 3 out of 4 games or something like that. And Balogun also just coming straight into the team. I think he's been a good defender.
I've been impressed with the keeper, as I say, when he first signed that, didn't he? I was like, bit of a weird signing, but he's impressed me, to be honest with you. I can see why he's brought him in. His footwork, he's modern day keeper, isn't he, really, with the ball, with his feet and things like that. McGregor's obviously a better shot stopper, but I don't know, McGregor might have just went and I'm away to play golf for a while, Stevie son. No, I'm joking. But Jack, let's go and talk about a crazy week in the Champions League, really.
Wasn't half.
Barcelona falling to the floor and being, annihilated.
Aye, that's how you could put it nicely.
Aye, they get pumped up the arsehole.
I don't even have words after I saw that.
No.
I'm like, that's the first time I've really saw Bayern in a long time. This season just destroy everybody.
Aye, like there was no. I couldn't even believe that, man. Like honestly, I think about the team, the Barcelona team that we grew up on.
Aye, that's the team that's doing that. The other folk, innit?
Aye, that's
they're
like
beating
they're battering teams like that, and then that didn't even look like a Barcelona team. That looked like fucking like a lower Spanish team or something. Like honestly, like Serge Gnabry, what a player, by the way. His goal last night as well.
Last night, aye.
That was a beautiful, sensational goal. But
him, Lewandowski, just seemed to score every
Champions League Liverpool's on you as well, by the way. What a baller he is. Thiago, he is a fucking baller. And your team need to fucking lift their fucking thumb up and say, I will take him.
I think it will happen eventually.
You think so? You think Liverpool, what's it, 30 million they want for him, or 25?
Round about that price. Aye.
That's a steal.
Aye, but the way he plays in that Bayern Munich team, you can't argue with that.
The left side, especially for Bayern Munich, is... You think about it next season as well with Leroy Sané. Oh my...
Alphonso Davies what in that game.
Inspiring story as well. Came fucking for... Obviously, where was it?
He's a refugee.
A refugee camp and that, and then he went to... So, hey, listen, that is an inspiring story right there with that young lad going on to... How old is he?
I think he's only 19.
19, he's about to win the Champions League. Well, I say that, but we'll get into that in a minute or two, Jack. But obviously the other games, Paris Saint-Germain, lucking their way through.
They got lucky, aye.
They got lucky, but I tell you what, they kept going, they kept breaking it down. I think we just took their foot off the gas. I forgot, what's Atlanta, wasn't it?
Aye.
The fucking chippy, innit?
No,
I'm joking. Atletico Madrid as well, mate. That was... it's time. That team's... Atletico's done, I feel Simeone's...
I think Simeone's ran his race.
He's ran his race, I feel him... I think All Black has to leave if he wants to at least win something. Obviously he's won Europa League and things like that with the club, but I feel Sal needs to leave as well.
Man, it's all these players that have been there, they've done what they can do. It's the exact same as Simeone.
What I'll say about Atletico Madrid is when they left Vicente Calderon, that's for me when they lost that team, like they lost being the underdogs. They became one of the big money boys, you know what I mean? They're talking about signing James Rodriguez and he's going to be on like 15 million like a year or something. Like,
really?
That, like, what the fuck are you doing? You just signed a 19-year-old and all. For how much did that Felix boy cost him?
120 odd.
Like, so that's not an underdog team anymore. They need to realise what they are now, but I think they're done, man. Leipzig, shocked. I didn't think Leipzig were going to... I know they have good players and that
I thought they lost the Timo Werner, though it was going to be a big...
That was going to be a big thing, but... And they've only been a club since 9, 10,
not long anyway.
So
don't actually know the year, but
also it's an achievement. But also they've got the big money thing. But that's what football is nowadays. It's not football anymore. You know what I mean? I think it's money.
Yeah,
it's fucking money now. You know what I mean? But Champions League, Jack, it is. It's going to be an interesting final. Bayern Munich and Paris Saint-Germain. I'm just wanting to know who you've got, mate. I know everyone's saying Bayern.
Everybody's saying Bayern.
But I'm telling you, they've got PSG. Have got the two superstars, haven't they? They've got Mbappe and they've got Neymar. Neymar looks more of a mature player, I feel now.
He seems. It's nice to see a fully fit Neymar for once. He's always been plagued with injuries, and it's a shame because you want to see the best players in the world play.
Exactly.
Sadly, we've not actually been able to see him play consistently. So.
And obviously the falling down and diving part, but he stopped that now. I feel.
I feel he has matured now. Adding Kylian Mbappe to the mix as well for attack. Di Maria.
About to turn 21 and he's already won the World Cup and he's win the Champions.
He's completed life, mate, if he does that. Aye.
Exactly, he's completed life if he does that. That means that AJ Tracy and Dave might have to get the finger out the arse and fucking release that song.
I know. Hopefully maybe if he wins it though. I personally cannot see it.
You don't think they'll do it?
I think Bayern are just at the moment just going to be too strong for anybody.
Defensively, but I'm telling you, they do not. I'm not saying they look weaker in that, but there looks like there's some frailties there. Like, and if there's anyone that can exploit them, it's those two. It's Neymar, Di Maria as well. By the way, who put a shift in the last game there. I thought
3 your best probably attacking players in the world.
Exactly.
So obviously it's not going to be an easy thing to take on, but I think Bayern, just the way they are, could beat any team on the planet currently. And it's mad to even say that as a Liverpool fan. Last year Liverpool beat them 3-0 away from home at the Allianz Arena.
Exactly, that's what I'm on about.
It's just how good were Liverpool that season then?
Exactly.
So
as
a final at the end of the day, whoever turns up. Exactly. It's a one-off game.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The one-off games, the one-legged games, I think are so much better than the two-legged. What is the need for fucking two legs? I know they do sort of thing with like that kind of part in basketball.
I think it's just wanting to give them like the fairness. We'll play one there and we'll play one there.
Do you know what's fair? You've got a full 90 minutes. You either win it or lose it. And you get added time.
If they had to do that from now on though, it'd have to be in a neutral stadium. Because like you can't say PSG in the semi-finals are going to play at the Parc des Princes, and that means Real Madrid don't have any advantage for the fans of that when PSG do. So that's the kind of argument for that.
True.
Obviously, with now we know fans, it's not really a problem. No. But that is the problem.
No, that is a problem. Games. No, I would agree with you there.
Maybe the semi-finals and the final could be that.
Maybe. Later stages of time, but I'm just thinking for like in terms of European football, like the Rangers and Celtic, like having to play like fucking 6 or 7 games to get into the fucking tournaments.
And they're two-leg games.
Exactly. And I can't be arsed watching Rangers play 2 legs against fucking farmer teams, you know what I mean?
And they still can't put the ball in the net.
Exactly. And people are talking about the French League, it's a farmers. But it's not really if 2 teams can make it to semi-finals. And it's with Lyon, they fucking... Look who they've got, Moussa Dembele, fucking Hingme that used to be at Celtic, I know what's his name, was it City?
Jason Denayer.
Jason Hingme, and he looked like he was up for it that game against City. He was bossing some of their players about. The midfield as well for them are really impressive players. I don't think the French League is a fucking Diddy's league. I think it is just a league that's filled with just flashy, talented kind of footballers.
Aye.
But so you're going Bayern?
I'm going with Bayern. Aye.
I'm sorry, I've got a feeling. I think it's Neymar and Mbappe. Like, no Messi, no Ronaldo to get in the spotlight with. I'm going Neymar and Mbappe. I'm saying Paris Saint-Germain, mate.
That's a fail. We'll see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great game.
One team that won't be in the final anyway is Manchester United, obviously, because they get put out by Sevilla.
The penalties couldn't save them this time.
No, they could not, Jack. I tell you what. The Spanish opposition that seem to have won it. How many times have they won it in a row? 3?
I heard a fact and I don't know if it's true, so don't.
I'm not going to it's not on the record. It's not on the record.
I think this could be if they win it this year, the 6th time they've won it in 10 years.
That's nuts.
And I think the Europa League only started in 2009, so there's only been 11 Europa Leagues.
Aye, so that's impressive. Obviously they're against a tough opposition in Inter Milan. If they played the Rangers, honestly, we'd have got fucking obliterated, man.
Aye, if we're getting bossed off by Leverkusen so easily, they would have fucking destroyed Rangers.
But Lukaku, obviously you get your Manchester United ex-players in there, and Ashley Young, Sanchez and Lukaku, but who are you fancying for that one, Jack? Just a quick one.
That's a tough one.
That's a tough game, isn't it?
I personally would say Inter Milan.
I wouldn't
but then Sevilla are kind of like...
But that's what I'm on about.
They shocked me this year.
The tournament should just be named after them, you know what I mean?
So they know how to win it.
Exactly.
They've done it that many times, so I'm not going to write them off.
I wouldn't write them off, but I would say I just think like Inter Milan are just going to be too much for them. I just think Lukaku's been bossing it.
He scored, I think, was it 11 straight games in the Europa League or something like that? And then Lautaro Martinez.
What a baller.
Great striker as well.
Fleco should have signed him when they had the chance and they didn't. So.
Joao Felix though. So what you got for that one?
I'm going Inter, mate.
You're going Inter as well?
I just think Inter are just too much for them, too strong. Conte's brought them a final the first time since when was it? I forgot about it, but it's the first final in a long time.
It's the first time I've seen Inter Milan the way that they should be. So
But speaking about Inter Milan getting back to their winning ways, Jack, they could get back to their winning ways if they could get the sign of Lionel Messi, who's apparently wanting out to Barca, and I'd want out to Barca, I don't know, if I was him, because it would be sad to see Messi on a Barcelona jersey, but
no, it just doesn't seem right.
It just doesn't seem any right for him anymore, man. It just looks like that team can't be arsed, man. But could you think Messi's going to leave? Apparently City are interested, United or something, apparently.
Well, what age is Messi now?
33. 33, the greatest player.
I think it's just because I've seen him at Barca for that long. I literally cannot picture him anywhere else.
I know.
I see him playing out his career though.
Do you think so?
Aye.
I think Manchester City could maybe, if they were persistent enough, I think I could see City. Obviously, City have.
Messi in the Premier League would be a mental though.
I just see Higuain said, "Don't go, they'll kick the shit out of you." It was a headline. He said, "Don't go," because obviously he couldn't adapt to the game. So.
Aye.
But I don't know, man. Obviously, Manchester City they're on the move. They're making big signings again, as they usually do, and still reaching just quarterfinals, sort of semi-finals.
They can't get by the quarterfinal in the Champions League.
Well, that's because they're not good enough, mate.
They should be good enough, though.
I know. Talking about a weird transfer, Vertonghen to Benfica.
Aye, but a free transfer, wasn't it?
Aye, free transfer.
Because he just left Spurs, so...
that just seems like just play my career out in a beautiful weather sort of scene, doesn't it?
Benfica, Porto, they're the two in Sporting Lisbon, they're challenging for that league, so he's going to be competition in Champions League.
I know, obviously Champions League, but you know what I mean, like fucking just clutch your dough. Willian finally signed for Arsenal. Everyone knew it was going to happen, but I think it's an alright addition for Arsenal.
I'd say Arsenal probably need, obviously they've got Aubameyang, Lacazette, but I think they need that extra player or two going forward, and I think Willian...
Well, they've got Saka as well, they've got the young
Saka, Pepe, but I think Willian's one that knows the league that well anyway. They can just step in.
Be sort of that experienced head.
I think that's a good signing.
That is a good signing. Another one that's, I don't know if he's a good signing or not, but it's good to see him at Hangway Club. Is Joe Hart going to Spurs on a free transfer?
It's nice to see. Actually,
it is nice to see. I'm not going to lie. I'll remember watching the Barcelona game in the Nou Camp, and he was saving Everton. I'll never forget that game where Messi was hitting him with Everton Suarez, and he was a madman possessed. He was saving Everton, and obviously his career went downhill ever since fucking
Pep Guardiola didn't fancy him and that. But it's nice to see him. Obviously, he was at Burnley and that, get a decent move to Spurs. I wouldn't expected Joe Hart to sign for Spurs. He was linked with Celtic last time.
Exactly, that's what I'm on about. He was linked with Celtic and that, but obviously he struggled with his mental health and that, and you just wish him nothing but the best, I guess. He seems like a nice guy as well. He sees his neck on the telly, but he's fucking no. Speaking about someone who needs to be freed and needs to be let go because he's rejected free contract fucking offers, and he said, "No, I want to go back to Leeds, so let me go, you bunch of fucking pelicans." Ben White to Leeds, it's got to happen.
You'll see him in a Leeds shirt at the end of the window.
You're that confident, mate? I'm telling you, man.
Brighton are just playing hardball here. How much can we actually get off these bastards? 25. Because they keep coming back and back and back.
I know, but mate, it's not even that, man. To me, he is going to be he's an England foot. No one of them that Gerrard would go, "Oh, that's an England foot." See what he was with Joe fucking whatever his name was.
Joe Borrow.
Aye, I'm telling you, him and Phillips, man. You can't leave the Yorkshire Pirlo without his brother in. He's fucking. He's greeting. He's greeting every night until his brother comes back. 25 million is apparently what's been hanged. Apparently they want like 40, and he's not worth that yet. I'm sorry, because he's only just played the Championship. Before that, he was playing.
It seems mental to me, a player for the Championship going for that much after one season. But Leeds seem to rate him high as anything.
He's so good, man. He's honestly so good. He was a bit hanging in the FA Cup game against Arsenal. He was a bit slippy in that game, but. Speaking of another weird signing for Leeds, for some people, Batshuayi
to Leeds.
I
don't really see it as a weird signing.
It isn't a weird sign because, Jack, he was at Marseille when Marcelo Bielsa was there. And Marcelo Bielsa as a manager, I feel, will have that confidence and that faith in him and get the best out of him. Because
you look at Batshuayi,
he's not been given a proper shot.
He went to Marseille, Chelsea with a ban last year. He sort of played a bit, but it was Tammy Abraham.
And then he went to Palace.
Aye, and he was also at Dortmund a couple of seasons before that, and he was on fire for Dortmund. So I think we're starting most of everything. Obviously, Patrick Bamford is your main striker and all, but starting with him and Bamford in the rotation, I think good signing. I think that would be.
You mean that? You mean he'd be on the bench watching Patrick? No, but it'd be a good signing, I feel.
Nah, definitely. Aye. And then your next signing.
What, my next signing, mate? I don't know who Leeds is. Well, Leeds have just invested into the youth so far, really, all the signings we've made. The kit just got announced yesterday at 6 o'clock. Video for the kit, we have Jim White and Ian Wright in it, and I'm like, what has this got to do with Hingme? And then obviously no Gallagher was in it as well, but it is a beautiful looking kit. I'm excited for this season. I do not fear playing any of these teams in this Premiership. You know what I mean? I don't fear any of them. That's how confident and just belief I have in the team. Like, I have so much belief in Marcelo and the boys to go out there, because these lads wouldn't be playing at this level. I think they would say it if it wasn't for Marcelo and the belief and the confidence that he's given them to go forward and play. You look at Calvin Phillips when we lost the playoffs at Derby. Like, apparently he was going to be off to Villa, and then he realised, no, you know what, I'm going to give this one more shot, give it another chance, and look what's happened. He's took his boyhood club up to where they belong. So it has been, mate. For me, it's going to be exciting. Obviously, we've got your lot, Liverpool, first game of the season. We have to watch that game together, mate. I'm sorry. Anfield. It's a shame there's no fans allowed in there.
No.
There might be, you never know when all the stuff that's hanging, but I hope the sooner the better, as everyone keeps saying, fans are allowed back in. That's the main thing.
Nah, because I could imagine Leeds, Ellen Road v Liverpool away in a 5 kick-off or something in the winter. I think that'd be a cracking game to watch.
That Yorkshire sunshine.
So do you see yourselves getting any more business?
Obviously Marcel Bielsa only signs like 1 year deals. That's all he's done so far. It's like, usually managers would say, 3-2, you hang me. Marcelo does a 1 year sort of kind of thing where he goes, nah, I'll sign him for another year. That's what I'm on about. We have so much belief in him, so much faith in this manager, where it's just, do you want to sign? Aye, 1 year, mate. Great, cool. But again, investing in young players. We signed a boy for Wigan that looks like a really good player. For Fulham, yet again, we signed a left back who looks to be decent. I'll be honest, I haven't really hanged just the clips and the highlights usually when your club signs a player. But it would be nice to make some, like, a big signing. You know what I mean? Like a player who could go in there that's not
like a next level player,
like who's ready to play like full time, like fucking at that level. Also we've been linked with Ryan Kent and Barisic.
Rangers full left hand side.
Both good enough players, both quality players. I don't know. As a Rangers fan, I don't want to see they two leave. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to see they two leave, because I think
no matter who your second team is, I'm sorry, but they can't leave Rangers.
But no, I hope we can make some signs. I think Ben White's the most important one for me right now, and Batshuayi would be a great addition. We were linked with Cavani, but
who knows where he's going?
Apparently he's going to Benfica. But your lot, Jack. Liverpool
at the moment.
One player tested positive for coronavirus in the Hungary, is it where Liverpool are now?
Austria, I think.
Hungary.
Same
fucking thing. No, I'm joking. But the opening week, sorry, Jack, of the Premier League, the fixtures, have you got them there?
So you've got Crystal Palace away to Southampton. No, at home at Southampton, sorry. Fulham at home to Arsenal. Liverpool at home to Leeds. Spurs at home to Everton. West Brom at home to Leicester. West Ham at home to Newcastle. And then you've got Monday night games. Brighton at home to Chelsea and Sheffield United.
The Dons.
At home to Wolves, aye.
Alright, so let's go run through these fixtures then, Jack.
So apparently Burnley, Man United and Man City, Aston Villa is postponed for that week. I don't know why, but...
Why? Tell me why.
No clue, but running through the games, so we've got Palace, Southampton. We'll talk about this closer to the games.
We'll talk about also Premier League predictions, league percentages and that closer to when the league is coming back and that, but
just as a brief overview,
I'm going for Southampton.
I'll go Southampton. Fulham, Arsenal have to win. Leeds, Liverpool. I'm going Liverpool.
Leeds.
Of course, yeah. Spurs, Everton.
Spurs.
Spurs. West Ham, Leicester. I'll go with
Actually,
Leicester.
I'm going to say a draw for that game.
Draw.
I
think West Ham, Newcastle will be a draw. That's the next one. And then your Monday night games: Brighton, Chelsea. I think Chelsea.
Fuck both of them. Couldn't give a fuck.
Sheffield United, Wolves. I think will be a draw.
Think so? Well, I mean, obviously it's depending on who signs for these kind of clubs.
There's still plenty to go.
Plenty to go, but
12th of September that kicks off, so that's still 20 odd days.
Exactly, and also we've got another game. Well, they've got a Diddy game, as some would call it, a pre-season friendly, but there's still something on the line for your lot. Liverpool versus Arsenal, Community Shield. Do you want to win it? That's the question I'm asking.
Of course, you want to win titles. It's the best club in the
Also,
of course you want to win that game. Arsenal seem to perform better when it's a cup final stage, sort of. So it depends who wants it more than
exactly. It depends on who wants it more than the day.
It's probably too far away to talk.
Should be a good game. I don't really care. Football's just coming constantly. I'll take it. Everyone needs football during these fucking times. If you're a football fan, I don't know why you.
Of course,
why you would complain about it. You've got an excellent Champions League final. You've got a Europa League final coming up. You've got, you know what I mean, football, fucking Premiership football coming straight back after it. And also we've got Rangers back.
And
so
you've got the Champions League coming straight back after this one's done as well. So.
Oh no! I don't want to watch Rangers play Diddy fucking farmer team. No, I was young.
You couldn't be happier. I do agree with you with that. Football's just coming back after that long break we had.
Break. And
it's nice to see it.
It is nice to see it, and it will be nice to see you, Jack, on the next episode of this beautiful podcast that me and you're doing.
Aye, so hopefully we say this every week. There's not going to be much happening next week, and then you just
exactly.
There you go. You can talk for hours and hours, but we'll cut it off out there.
Exactly. Well, before we do go, Jack, I just want to thank the fine folks for listening and just appreciate it, because as we say, it's not
cheers
perfect.
For all the views in the opening stages. I must
exactly, because as we say, it's not supposed to be perfect. It's just two football fans giving their opinions on football and the clubs that they love.
Just the stuff they're passionate on. So, is that it?
That's it, mate.
That's it.
Adios, ma amigos.
Catch